What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk, man. And today we are talking about Gabrielle Union. And man, she is not without controversy. Many of you brothers know who Gabrielle Union is. You know, she's, like I said, 47 years old. You know what I'm saying? She's been doing a lot of stuff in, you know, black movies, TV shows. Like I said, Gabrielle Union is a good looking woman, right? She's very, very popular. Always has been and probably always will be. And, you know, she's hosted several shows and things like that, especially, you know, with Terry Crews, and that ended up in a big mess. But one of the things that she has been, you know, controversial about is this whole situation with Dwayne Wade's son, Zion. All right. Now, we all know that Zion is living an alternative lifestyle right now, right? And many people, you know, are upset with Dwayne Wade by allowing Gabrielle Union to push his young son into that narrative, right? And for some people, that might be bad advice. You know, people are saying that Gabrielle Union has pretty much taken over Dwayne Wade's house, you know, pretty much, you know, with that kind of strong, you know, black woman archetype, you know, pretty much has sunk him into simpery, you know, if we can say that. But then I want to talk about something that's a little bit more interesting, because Gabrielle Union's effect cannot just be felt amongst the Dwayne Wade household. She actually, you know, tries to give horrible advice to other people. And you know, I want to also bring up, you know, Stephen Curry here, right? Stephen Curry, point guard of the Golden State Warriors, him and his wife, Ayesha Curry, you know, they are the, you know, epitome of a black successful relationship. Now, she is from Canada, so she's a Canadian black. She's not African-American like he is. But nonetheless, you know, they both met in North Carolina. They have, you know, met when they were young. They stayed together. They have 2 children. And they are living, you know, what you would consider a respectable lifestyle as young married African-Americans and are black men married to a Canadian black woman. This is something that should be praised in the black community. But when Ayesha and Steph were dating, they were hanging out at Dwayne Wade's house. I don't know if Stephen Curry at the time he was in college at Davidson, but you know, him and Ayesha were there. They were hanging out with Dwayne Wade, and Ayesha Curry was there. And what she told both of them was, you know, hey, you guys are too young to have a serious relationship. You should break up and just start sleeping with other people and then come back together and see if it works out. And it's so bad because, you know, again, this is proof that some women, they want to give the advice that has ruined their own life. All right. And this is what Gabrielle Union was doing. She was going out there sleeping with anybody, everybody, right? So much so that even Dwayne Wade called her a thot. Like, you were a thot in 1998. You were thotting it up. And she happily agreed and was like, yeah, I was thotting it up. Don't believe me? What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to play this video. I'm going to come back. I'm going to give some commentary to the video. And you guys listen to this.
Well, in 98.
The 98, last dance season.
Yeah, you was rolling.
That's what makes it
That's gold.
That's gold.
98. She was a thot in 98, back up for
I
sure.
was. Listen, I enjoyed my life. And that is the exact advice I gave Ayesha and a young Steph at D. Wright's 25th birthday party.
It all comes out. I'm so done.
You guys, the likelihood of this working out is very low, and you should just break up now and have sex with other people. I used a little bit more adult. But is that not what I told y'all both?
You looked at me and you said, how old are you? Okay.
Precisely, because I was a thot.
I apologize on behalf of the Wade family. We are not, that's not who we are anymore.
I wish somebody
I still might give the same advice. Listen.
All right. You guys heard what the conversation was, right? And, you know, Steph Curry and Ayesha Curry played it off. And let me give applause to them, right? They deserve a round of applause. Number one, they deserve a round of applause for not taking Gabrielle Union seriously, okay? Gabrielle Union doesn't know what she's talking about. She's messed up in the head, all right? She's always in some drama, and she doesn't know what she's talking about. But do you know what? There's so many sisters out there that are telling young black women the wrong thing. They're telling young black women to go out there, sleep around, mess with somebody so they can be messed up like them, okay? This happens in the black community. It happens in the black community where people are always telling folks all the time to go out and do stuff. They're divorced, they're miserable, they can't, do anything. So they only know the advice. Unsuccessful people are always trying to give out advice. They don't know what they're talking about. And what happens is you go out and you tell young black people like a Steph Curry, and you tell young black people like Ayesha Curry that you don't need to get married. Go out and just screw other people. But see, let me talk about this. What happens when you do that? What happens when you're a woman and you go out and you screw or you sleep with all these different people who don't care about you, you don't care about them? As a woman, what happens is you lose a lot of yourself. You lose a lot of your sanctity as a woman. So then when you come to a man that's high value, that can have a relationship, then you want to basically give him something that's very run down, all right? And the same thing for brothers. If you have a good woman that you want to mess with and stuff like that, I mean, it's easier for men to do that, but why would you talk against that? These young people knew what they wanted. They want to be together. They want to raise a family because they come from those kind of families, all right? And Gabrielle Union came from, her parents are married too. But when you go out there and you tell young black women stuff like this, they take advice from you. And then you mess up their opportunities to get with men who are doing stuff, men who will commit with them. And then by the time they get 35, it's too late. Now, Gabrielle Union got lucky, all right? Gabrielle Union at 47, where she is now, she married Dwayne Wade, and started dating him in 2008. He was like, what? She was 35 at the time, okay? The average 35-year-old black woman cannot go out and just, sleep with whoever she wants, have a baby, and then all of a sudden, you know what? Now I want to get married. That's been the formula, but that's not how it works, okay? It's simply just not how it works, all right? It's not how it works. So when that type of stuff happens, all of a sudden, now you're mad and you're bitter. But you know what you should tell you is, this guy wants to get married to you young, you're 22. Go ahead and try to stay with him, build a family together, build an empire together. We need that message to be going out in the black community, because what's happening right now because of coronavirus, we have too many single women out here with children that are, and if the mom gets sick or whatever, a lot of these women are stressed out. Okay, they go out there and they mess with all these guys and they sleep with whoever they want to sleep with. And then when it's time to get married, now you're a little bit more, you've been through some dysfunctional relationships. You done gained a little bit of weight now. You're not as attractive as you used to be. Now guys don't want you like that. Your value has decreased. Women don't have that much time to make those mistakes. Men can overcome those mistakes. Women can't. You get pregnant, you had a baby, it's over, And that's why women got to start understanding that if you have a guy, you're young, you want to get married, you want to work it out, it's a better decision if you have a guy that is, maybe has a little bit more experience, a little bit more life. Do that. Why? Because women who are, are married, they're more protected during times like this. The guy's invested in the relationship. He's invested in buying the home. He's invested in taking care of the woman. She's going to look better usually. She's going to have better care. We all know one thing, what? Women get most of their wealth through marriage, So it's good to start building the future right now. So because if the man dies or whatever, which typically happens, now you have something to fall back on. Instead of going out there sleeping with a whole bunch of random guys and just breaking up, and then you get back and all of a sudden you 35, you 36, and then you want to talk about you want to get married now. A guy's not going to take you serious. He's just not. So we need to be honest about this thing. So guys, let me know what you think. It's your boy Duke Jackson with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Go ahead and hit the bell, subscribe. If you're a black man, why are you not subscribed to my channel, right? Every brother under the sound of my voice should be subscribed to my channel. It just makes sense, right? You should be doing that. Basically, check out my first comment pinned to the top, the Black Men Are Perfect t-shirts. Make sure you go ahead and check that out. Get one of your shirts. Check us out on Patreon. And I really appreciate all you brothers. Again, I do thank you for everything that you do. And as you know, the buffoonery always remains at an all-time high. I'm out.